His name is Melvin Coleman. Mr. Coleman, as I mentioned before the break, the percentage of blacks who were eligible to vote, who voted in 2008, 2012, actually exceeded the percentage of whites who were eligible to vote, who in fact voted in 2008, 2012, despite the fact that supposedly a lot of states were engaging in voter suppression. Your reaction to that?
So the demographics in the state of Georgia and definitely in the Atlanta metropolitan area would support those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's not an issue at all with what you just said. In fact, I would say that what you just said is a part of the bigger picture in terms of having legislation that creates some, say, a higher bar or more challenges to voting in certain communities. Because the demographics show that, like other places across the country, Atlanta historically is going to have, say, a high density in terms of African American population.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you will have black voter turnout.
Mr. Coleman, I guess what I'm saying, Mr. Coleman, is that I've seen a study just came out, I think about a year ago, by professors from Yale, Stanford, and Pennsylvania, and they looked at the various states and the various laws that were passed that people considered to be voter suppression, and they found it had absolutely no impact whatsoever on black and brown voting. It had no impact, irrespective of whether or not the Republicans wanted it to have an impact. The study said it didn't.
Okay, and that would be Atlanta. However, when you are making changes and the timing of it, the way it looks, and you have still a couple of things in the bill, you can expect that people are not just going to be quiet about it.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand why people are upset. I'm just saying that the effect of these laws is virtually negligible. The studies have shown that whatever the motives are of Republicans, if the motives are in fact to prevent black people from voting, it ain't working. I mentioned the percentage of blacks who voted in 2008, 2012 exceeded the percentage of whites who were eligible to vote. And so whatever's going on, it doesn't have the impact that I think a lot of people are thinking it has. So it just seems to me that I get concerned about stuff that affects my life. The people who are mad about this law should be mad if it has some sort of effect. And the studies show that whatever they're doing doesn't have any real effect. So what are we yelling about? Meanwhile, you guys, your city, you might have lost as much as $100 million. And the All-Star game is being moved, Mr. Coleman, from a city of yours, which is almost 51% black, to a city like Denver, which is less than 10% black. It just seems to me to be pretty bizarre. And I kind of wanted your take on that.
Well, it's unfortunate that the economy in the Atlanta metropolitan area is going to be impacted by decisions that organizations and corporations feel that they need to make due to some legislation being passed that people believe is restrictive with regards to access to voting.
Mr. Coleman, we're going to have to leave it right there. I understand. And thank you so much for coming on the program. Much respect.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.